Piker rebellion, right? Why Piker rebellion was recently in news?
Sir, recently NCT removed Piker rebellion as past war.
Honorable Prime Minister also talked about Piker rebellion. Why?
Recently, Honorable Prime honored this issue. Honored this issue.
कौन बोलिए? Wrong.
এটা স্যার বিশেষ থেকে জানা নেই।
Okay, no issues. What is the year when it happened? The Piker rebellion.
Sir, 1817.
Who are the Pikers?
The Pikers were the landed militia who, in ordinary times, do cultivation work. They were and they offer services to the kingdom of Khurda.
So, what are the causes of the Piker rebellion?
So, the main cause for the Piker rebellion was the exploitation policies and the economic hardship that was introduced by the Britishers during their rule. They banned for the collection of salt producing, and they introduced a new system of currency, Kaudi system, a new system of currency which was not acquainted to the local people. And other thing is the introduction of other language like Bengali or Malayalam. These were some of the causes.
Why there is a gap of 5 years between your +2 and graduation?
Sir, that 1 year I was preparing for MBBS.
MBBS, right?
Maybe.
Then why you left it? You could have given 1 more year and now you would have been a doctor. Why you have chosen forestry or OUAT? Why?
Sir, actually, OUT is also an entrance exam, and I had cleared that. And at that time, the mental maturity that was not with me, and as for my father guardians, they suggested I joined it, and I am happy.
Okay, tell.
Sir, I am happy with joining OUT because in this 7 year of journey, I have learned a lot of experience and garnered a lot of knowledge from studying forestry.
So then you should have been joining the forest service, right? You have given 7 years of your youthful life to it, and you know various things about forest. So you are one of the best candidates for that of the forestry service. Then why you want to join the administrative post?
Sir, I have also applied for the forest services, but the recruitment of forest services is not regular. Like the last recruitment, it was held 4 years ago. The recruitment is not, and I have started the civil services journey about the civil services only. No doubt, sir, forest service is also a very good option for me, and I would, if I got a chance there, I would also serve there better. But I have a more inclination towards civil services.
But now you said that you have learned a lot from this 7 years of journey in that of the forestry. Now you're saying you have inclination for the civil services. Don't you sound self-contradictory?
No, sir, it's like a win-win situation for me because the knowledge which I gained from this 7 years of journey, that I think I will be properly utilizing in civil services also.
How your forestry knowledge will be helpful in civil services?
Sir, like in forestry, every plant is has its own value. In civil services also, every person, irrespective of their caste or their class, they they need a welfare, and uh, it will help me in guiding for delivering welfare schemes at doorstep so that inclusive development can be ensured. And along with that, some of the principles like uh, When there is a fire in forest, it is a alert situation and immediate action should be taken. Just like in our society, some of the things like communal violence, communal ethnic classes, this also happens. This type of learning can help me to uh, calm down the situation at the very beginning. And also nowadays there is a global concern about development and economy, about development and ecology. And me with having some knowledge about environment and forestry can have a balanced viewpoint in the boardroom, and it will also help me not as a from beginning of the career, but after late phases, it will help me in policy formulation regarding this also.
Oh, very good. Why you have kept police service over the finance service? You don't like finance?
Sir, actually, sir, in finance services, what I have informed that it is like a desk job, but sir, I am liking a job which deals with public interaction more. And in police services, there will be more like a public interaction from finance services.
So commission's been appointed for police reforms, right?
Yes, sir.
But why do we want a police reform?
Sir, the recent, I think, reform was suggested by Vivek Bedroy committee,
Yeah,
and Vivek Bedroy committee, if I am wrong, if I
yeah.
am correct, sir. And the police has actually it was an imperial service during the Britishers, and nowadays the situation has changed a lot, and society has also emerged, and we need to reform our archaic law of police. Like police now seems to be a people-friendly police. People are also a stakeholder in policing. Community policing is also evolving. Looking at this, we need a police reform.
Are you aware about Padmanabha committee report?
Yes, sir. Padmanabha committee report.
What that report says, and can you compare with that Ribeiro committee report?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to recall, but I will see have a look after this.
Okay, no issues. So, what changes would you like to bring if tomorrow you are becoming an administrative officer and going to the post of a secretary and become an advisor to the Honorable Chief Minister, and the minister is asking for changes in the police system? What recommendations will you like to give for the changes in the police system?
Yes, sir. The first is I would like to give the uh, mental training, like psychological. They are very trained police officers. From ground level staff also, they are very trained, engaged in various activities. And for them to be compassionate towards citizen, I would suggest like a yoga training or which relates psychological. And second is to have a community involvement. For this, we can suggest. I can give a suggestion regarding to have a community meeting like every 15 days, and there will be a community joint patrolling of cities, because manpower of police, uh, if I consider to the present status, is unable to tackle the various issues, and we need community policing. Like every section, like smart citizens need to come up to being a to have a good law and order situation in our society. These two things.
Okay, it is being said that there should be a fear of police, right? There should be a fear of police so that law and order gets maintained. But we live in a democracy, a welfareistic society based, good governance based democracy, right?
Yes.
So, how do you see the statement that there should be a fear of police?
Sir, the statement is correct, but it is the fear should be among the criminals or the ill people or the antisocial elements of the society, and uh, there should be a support system like for citizens who uh, from uh, from themselves try to do a lodge a complaint. There should be a counseling type of thing, so that people from themselves from their sides uh, could help police in controlling crime and criminal activities. And at the same
Okay.
time,
At the same time,
the like it has been seen that police doing PT bribery to release crime and the criminal nexus, that also need to be done now with these police reforms.
mul- multiple times the honorable court has said to the police and including that of the CBI that they are caged parrots,
Yes,
right? The government changes, they work for the government modelers or the government professionals or the government personals, including their seniors and the ministers and the political masters, but seldom work for the public. How to set free this caged parrot?
sir, for has is to give autonomy in decision making, like in municipal corporation, the commissionerate police system has been introduced, where lot of function and decision making is given to CP of that area, and similarly the frequent transfer that is being seen, that is to be regulated. Like for honest officers are also seen um, being subjected to transfer for not behaving to their political masters, and for this autonomy is to be given in decision making at a higher level, and also training can be given to field level staffs.
See, the more autonomy we give to the police, the amount of power they have, right, will create more of chaos and suppression of the people.
Yes.
How to manage that autonomy so that it can be in a right way?
So there need to be also safeguard regarding this. Any police violating their line, they there should be a strict provision, and for this also Human Rights Commission and other organs of organs of government are acting as a safeguard, as a safety valve to ensure that police does not cross this line.
What is this OES? Employment service.
OCS is
Employment is one of the major issue of India today. Such a 65% of its population below 30 years of age, such a youthful big population we have, and we do not have, it is not practically possible for the government to give employment to all. So self-employment is the only option left, right? Skilling of the people is the highest need. So employment is the immediate need of the state or of that of the nation. Having such a great significance, why you have kept employment service at the end of the ladder?
Sir, actually, it was a new cadre introduced, and I was unaware of the prospects, like regarding what particular jobs they have to do. So I was little unaware, so I have to. Okay. But in civil services also, as I always, the various schemes like NUAO scheme, which is regarding skilling of the youth, they are also being conducted by civil administration also.
Oh, great. Oh, very well, sir.
Hello, Ashutosh.
Yes.
Um, why there is a better relationship between US and India these days?
Sir, USA has imposed unilateral sanctions to India. The main reason why USA has cited this is it's saying that India is purchasing Russian oil which is fueling the Russia-Ukraine war. Therefore, it has uh, put sanction on India. But the underlining theme what I have read from editorial is that USA is having a trade deficit, which it wants to make it balanced with India. So it is imposing sanction as well as there is also I had seen a report where it was written that in USA there is a huge debt crisis, and Mr. Trump is putting sanctions to every country so that there is a fall in the share market, and if there is there will be a fall in share market, people will try to bring the government treasury bond that will help in financing
Okay.
and
Suppose
yes,
okay. Suppose you are talking about sanctions. Suppose USA is putting heavy 50% tariff on Indian goods, and this is very small things. And suppose in future USA completely cut off relationship with India, like it did to Iran, and ask Western countries, South American country, African countries, do not trade with India. In this scenario, how will India save its position?
yes, sir. Sir,
Will it impact on Indian economy? There are two questions.
sir,
Tell me.
if I consider your hypothesis to be true, then definitely it will impact Indian economy because we are having trade relation with European market and South and the African markets. But uh, we- to minimize this impact, there are certain domestic changes in our economy, like recent GST 2.0 reform, where we have to boost our domestic consumption and to maintain the pace of GDP growth, we have rationalized the GST slab, and we are also diversifying our trade partners,
Mhm.
looking for other opportunities to trade, like in Southeast Asian countries and other Asian countries also we are looking for new market.
Do you think that BRICS and SCO, these regional grouping, can become best alternative to the hegemony of these mighty Western countries like USA and Western Europe, because they are constantly denying the position of India and denying the interest of India at Western media. Western media is also bashing our positions. So, do you think that BRICS and this SCO regional grouping can be best option?
Yes, sir, I do think because after the cold era, the power dynamics has shifted. Now, from bipolar world, we have moved towards a multipolar world, where China's economy is also rising, and India and China, the elephant and dragons, they are emerging as a big economy in India, and to balance and to have a stable global order, the BRICS and SEO, according to me, is a promising platform where we are also doing Indianization of money, and to reduce the hegemony of words. The new BRICS currency is also in news, and apart from that, the membership also has increased in SEO and BRICS. Now it is having around 22% of land mass and 40% of the world's population within this association. And therefore, I think it will have a stable and balanced global order, this grouping.
Okay, very good. You are talking about diversification of trade. So we are these days we are looking the diversification in the area of energy. We are looking the new energy like lithium. We are looking at other alternative. We are going on non-fossil fuels.
Yes.
So for that, I have seen that in exploration of lithium, we are cutting the trees. And as the student of uh, forestry, as I've seen you in CIF, how do
Yes.
you see that? Is it more important? It is important to how do you see balance between the ecology and economy?
Yes, sir. As you noted, it is also a concern like trees we value most, and during this climate crisis, which world is seeing, trees holds a significant importance. But at the same time, the requirement of energy, renewable energy for which lithium and other rare earth element that's become a strategic importance for us. And we have also another set of problems of poverty within our domestic territory. And for this also, we have to extract some amount of this rare earth element to balance to have a sustainable growth. What we can do is the amount of trees that we are cutting that can be compensatorily afforested in other areas, so that the amount of trees cutting and the trees restored would stabilize the whole ecological setup, as well as we will also extract the rare earth element for our development.
Okay. What are the welfare scheme related to the development of tribal people? How could government uh, uplift the lives of tribal people living in the forest? As a student, how do you see that?
So government is pushing a lot towards uplifting the livelihood and securing the livelihood of tribal. Recently, schemes like PM Janman, where Pradhan Mantri
Okay.
Janajatiya Adivasi Nyaya Mahavidya, where there is a holistic development regarding the schooling of the students, regarding healthcare infrastructure in tribal areas, sanitation and affordable and clean drinking water as well fuel, all are being taken care of. Apart from this, to secure their basic amenities like forest right act was given that gives land entitlement to tribal peoples. And for education, there is also a scheme in Odisha like PM PM Mukhyamantri Madhav Singh Hatha Kharcha Yojana, where some incentives is given for tribal students, as well as hostels and for residential hostels are being made in schools under always scheme of government of Odisha.
Okay. Uh, uh, what is national agroforest policy?
So the National Agroforestry Policy draws a guides of principles uh, to for the progress of agroforestry implementation in our country. The main agroforestry is like a system where it is a collective land use system where three components along with some agricultural crops or livestock are grown in a common land area with some special and temporal arrangement. It is like a insurance crop where unlike in normal sole cropping where even if any climate hazard happens, the whole crop will be destroyed. But in agroforestry, as there are many multiple cropping systems, one crop will act as an insurance to the other. If one fails, the other will minimize the impact of the uh, failure of the other crop.
Okay. Uh, do we have, you are talking about the rare earth metal. Do we have thorium deposit on the beaches of Odisha?
Yes, sir. Recently in Gopalpur beaches, it was found thorium deposit, monogates, and in Kerala
Okay.
there is deposit, and in Odisha also in Gopalpur.
Why thorium is so important for Indian scientists? Why Indian government is focusing on R&D in exploration of thorium, and it is good alternative to the fossil fuels? Why it is so important?
Sir, thorium is used as a item in nuclear for driving nuclear fuel plant, nuclear power plant. Thorium is used.
Okay. Uh, what was the cause of Kalinga War?
Sir, there are many causes. Like one is the Kalinga was an empire adjacent to Magadha Empire, and the Kalinga was having a good trade relationship with nowadays we consider as Southeast Asian. There was a huge trade, and Magadha's there was a problem with the Kalinga that such a powerful nation cannot exist with its neighborhood, and it was one of the reason. Along with that, the Asokan rule in Magadha. There is also a Karubati legend where Ashoka fell in love with Karubati, and some historians cite this as a cause for calling over. And main was the trade relation and a powerful neighborhood cannot exist within Magadha, according to uh,
Uh, uh, do you think that what could be the reason as as a part of the history that was it a port or was it resources that evidently found in Odisha?
said it was the fourth
Okay.
Telangana was having a control of fourth
What
place.
is the classical dance of Odisha? I'm
It is Odissi.
huh? How
Odissi,
it is
sir.
different from rest of the country?
So,
How it
sir,
is different from other classical dance?
sir, sir, I may be wrong, but if you give me a chance, I can make a guess.
Yeah, you can make a guess.
Sir, in Odissi, it is devoted to Lord Jagannath, and
Hmm.
it was started where Devadasi performed dance according to Lord Jagannath.
Okay, you are talking about Lord Jagannath. So, what is the scope of tourism in Odisha?
So there are multiple scope of tourism like religious tourism or a circuit of the Konark, Puri, and other temples are being developed like Masabneswari temple and Matarini temple. Apart from this, we have wildlife tourism where now safari facility is being introduced in the Brigade Wildlife Sanctuary, and there is also a scope of adventurous tourism in our Odisha, uh, and ecological tourism also there in Deomari and Mahendragiri where eco retreat is happening, and we are in Odisha is also having a hospital tourism where people who suffer from the various diseases from adjacent states like West Bengal and Jharkhand where there is no aims, they come to get treated, and there is also and in return they also visit some of the places, which is hospital tourism.
You are highlighting the positive points in the tourism sector, but we are not so much popular as Tamil Nadu is popular. Uttar Pradesh is very much popular in tourism sector. Why not Odisha? Because we have
So,
everything to explore.
so the one of the reason may be the infrastructure related issue and as well as the connectivity issue. Like the Mahendragiri and this are been highlighted now only three places. The yeah, connectivity issue is a main problem, and we are having only one airport. And train lines and railway lines is also not so expensive in our state. Apart from that, there is also some of the problems with the tribal areas where tourism is not allowed, and these are the some of the main is the
O-
infrastructure and hotel industry also.
Okay, Ashutosh, very good. This is the last question from my side. If you will become civil servant and there is a corruption in your department, this is very simple question. How do you
Yes, sir. So the corruption is like a might that eats the whole system, and to
give me the
deal with
practical solution?
this, sir, I will try to bring IT in my office, the IT related service where there will be transparency in file movement so that there will be less
Of,
red
of course,
tape.
in the era of digital, uh, you have enough IT connectivity, you have internet, you have everything, but still there are some official who are doing that digital delay. They are demanding everything. So how would you tackle this problem?
So for this, I will routinely visit if there is any delay, like if there is a provision for number of days within which the file is passed, and if it is not passed, I will ask my subordinate officer what is the main reason for this. And if I see it as a corruption, then I will issue him a notice and so cause notice why there has been delay. And if this if this problem continues, remains, then I may sue him also, and also uh, inform my senior that this officer is not doing his work.
Okay. Sir,
Hmm. Uh, Tell me, as a seed collection is your hobby, how do you ensure genetic diversity during seed collection?
Sir, I do seed collection not to means ensure the genetic
So
diversity
your
as the
voice is
main.
not very much clear while you are answering. Okay, so if you can remove your earpod and speak to the normal mic and speaker. So let's see. The voice is not very much, clarity clear the way Weber's voice is coming. He is also not using any mic, right? ତାକୁ ଟିକେ
Sir,
କାଢି
actually construction କାମ ଚାଲିଛି ସାଇଡରେ ଶୁଭାଯିବନି ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା କହ ଜେନେଟିକ୍
Genetic,
ଡାଇଭର୍ସିଟି
sir, the main reason for tweak seed collection is like it for identification purposes, and I give this to college where first semester students get a chance to identify this seed is used of which seed and to know about the characteristics of seed like their reconstituent or orthodox. And for genetic diversity, sir, I am not collecting these seeds. But
सुबह लंजोर को
so for the main purpose for seed collection, which I am doing is for tree seed identification, and also it gives me a inner satisfaction. Like it is
okay tell
like
me the types of seeds there
this,
are various ways to classify seeds right tell the ways and the types within it
this. So in forestry, there are two types of seeds, that is orthodox seed and recalcitrant seed. Orthodox seed are those that can be stored for a long duration. Like and for this, the moisture level of the seed is reduced to less than 5%. And these are small seeds, like the seeds of sal or tea. They are orthodox. And the recalcitrant seeds are the seeds that cannot be stored for a long period. The moisture level, if we decrease to a certain below 20%, then the seed will not germinate. The example of the seeds are the big pulpy seeds like jamun, these type of seeds. And in agriculture, if I see, there are four types of seeds based on purity. That is nucleus seed and nucleus seed, certified seed, and foundation seed and breeder seed. There are